It was meant to be his big moment, the flash of cameras, the glint of optimism. Britain's Prime Minister stepping forward, chin raised, to announce a historic trade deal. Flags behind him, applause ready, a nation watching. But then, one question. Beth Rigby, calm, direct, surgical. You've come out with a deal, but cars, still at 10% tariffs. Is that it? And just like that, the air left the room. The mask of confidence cracked. His words faltered, a hesitation, then a forced smile. And within seconds, the victory turned into an unraveling. Not a press event, but a public undoing. The punch that landed. Beth didn't just ask a question. She exposed the heart of the matter, and maybe the hollowness behind it. Because months ago, at the White House, standing next to Donald Trump, this same Prime Minister promised something bold. A trade deal without tariffs, a new beginning. And now, a flat 10% tariff and spin. Trump, the man he's long opposed, had more faith in Britain's trade future than the man leading Britain himself. Beth brought the receipts. The Prime Minister brought excuses. The collapse we all saw coming. The damage wasn't limited to the press room. Just days earlier, Labour faced its worst ever showing in local elections, a public rebuke carved into ballots across the country. And his response? "We absolutely get the message," he said, blinking through the spotlight. "No, Prime Minister, you don't. Because if you truly understood, you wouldn't be standing there grinning like you opened a local library. You'd be apologising to the workers, to the voters, to the people who believed change was coming. 10% tariff, a trophy or a trap." He defended the 10% like it was a win. From 27.5 down to 10, he said. A huge difference for JLR, Jaguar Land Rover, a British icon. Now carrying the weight of that tariff into battle with global competitors, German, Korean, American automakers, all with the upper hand. And Britain, clapping for itself while falling behind. Steel, aluminium, and the price of naivety. Zero tariffs on steel and aluminium. Sounds good. Until you realise zero protections came with it. Cheap foreign steel flooding the market. Port Talbot, Scunthorpe, Redcar, real towns, real jobs hanging by a thread. He pats himself on the back, while entire communities brace for collapse. Pharmaceuticals, a PR mirage. No tariffs there. That's already preferential. So, nothing changed. No deal made. No advantage gained. Yet it's still paraded like a trophy. Empty headlines, ribbon-wrapped nothingness, dressed up like progress. The costume of leadership. This isn't strategy. It's theatre. The high-vis jackets, the clipboard photos, the factory floor visits, all performed for cameras. While behind the scenes, Britain's industrial strength continues to hollow out. He doesn't make tough calls. He avoids them. Wrapped in flags, flanked by advisors, talking about working people he's never truly met. The final stand on salad. And when asked about where he did stand firm, his proudest red line, not steel, not cars, not jobs, food standards. Well, we stood strong on food. Cucumbers. Let that sink in. He bent on tariffs, buckled on steel, flinched on autos. But when it came to salad, he stood tall. That's not bravery. That's performance art. The tech talk escape hatch. And when cornered, talk tech. Britain and America are tech powerhouses, he says. There's a lot we can do. It's vague. It's shiny. It's Silicon Valley cosplay for a deal that's hurting Sunderland, Sheffield, and the soul of the industrial north. No factory was saved by buzzwords, the epitaph of a promise. This wasn't a stumble. It was a funeral, not just for a policy, but for a promise. The promise of leadership. The promise of change. A man who once asked for power to rebuild, now reduced to defending tariffs, talking salads, and hiding behind hollow victories. If this is what success looks like, then what will failure bring? Let us know in the comments. This has been British Passion, where truth isn't spun, it's spoken. Subscribe, share, stay awake.